The lives of pupils and teachers of Dixcove Methodist School at Upper Dixcove, a fishing community in the Ahanta West district of the Western region, are under serious threat as academic work is conducted in an old dilapidated building. Dixcove Methodist School, built in 1936, some 81 years ago by the Methodist missionary and later taken over by the government, has since not seen any infrastructural development, although the school has produced notable personalities in this country. The head teacher of Dixcove Methodist Junior High School, Alex Eshen, tells Joy News the JHS block has outlived its purpose as their lives are in danger because the very structures under which classes are held has part of the roofing ripped off by rainstorm and pillars destroyed.
You can see that the building is so weak. In fact, if you look at the building, it is not a place for children to stay in. It was 2012, and there was a heavy rainstorm that ripped off the roof of the Form 1A and B classroom, and therefore the children cannot stay in. You have to create the primary head. Then she gave us one classroom. Then you combine the A and B at the same classroom, and then shifted his members to other class. Then again, to look at the one that you are using now, the Form 2 and Form 3, there has been a leakage. When the rain starts, you cannot do anything. Teachers have been complaining. I've also observed it. In fact, we have also been complaining, but nothing has been done for it. I was a teacher here, and I was appointed to head the school in 2013. We have said the problem. Have been asking people to come to our aid, but nothing has been done to it. Let's look at the pillars. We can even testify, as you are looking at the video, you can even testify that some of the pillars are hanging. Some of the pillars too have been taken away by the rain. Some of the pillars too, you see, when you touch it, it's rather shake. So, in fact, you have a lot of problems in our school. Now that you're in the rainy season, when the rain starts, you have to gather ourselves and then pack our things away.
One of the teachers, Sophia Atakoni, says she is contemplating a transfer because of the poor conditions at the school.
Most of the children are not ready to learn because of the state of the school. Anytime it rains, they are just afraid to stay in the class because the building is in a serious state. The building is about to collapse. All our pillars have went off. You can see some of the pillars, it is halfway, and you can see the iron rust in it. It has broken, and then the iron rod is showing in the pillars. Especially for our Form 1 class, we have to move them to the pieces. We have to join them with the pieces because the roof has just gone out.
Students also say conditions at the school is having adverse effect on their academic work, and they pray governments and stakeholders to come to their aid in order to avoid a disaster.
It is very bad. When students leave, it can break any time. And when it happens like that, nobody knows the day it will happen.
Toilet na say kid na toilet na egwu to say na toilet no da na to toilet into toilet dey na today and auntie Kofi and sana toilet.
The paramount chief of Upper Dixcove traditional area, Obrimpon Himadechi IV, says he has had sleepless nights about the school, especially during raining days.
We want to build a human resource base of our community, and we can only do that through education. But when the environment is not too good, when the classrooms are not conducive for the children to study, then what community are we building? It is in this vein that we're pleading with each and every one. We're pleading with the government. We're pleading with people who are benevolent enough to come to our aid to make sure that we get our school back on track. Dixcove is an old town is an old community. In fact, we have the first African who schooled abroad and to teach in European university coming from Dixcove here, one Professor Amo. This is where he hails. So if the first African to be educated abroad and to teach in European university comes from our town, and we're talking about education, our school system is like this, then in fact it is not a good thing to write home about.
Must we sit down and witness another collapse of school building on our future leaders before we act? Your guess is as good as mine. For Joy News, in Athalia Kwanzaa, Dixcove.